Hello lovelies, I'm Christina. If you're new here, I make vlogs, book-related videos, and there will be other creative stuff coming as well. So I would love for you to stick around, hit that subscribe button and that bell button, and we can get to know each other. And if you're returning, welcome back. Today I have a book haul for you. I haven't done a book haul in a really long time. I haven't really been buying that many books lately, but now I have a few to show you. So let's jump into it. But before I show you the books, I just want to mention we are settling into our new place. I don't know what my main bookish video setup is going to be, so this background, it might change a little bit over time, so just bear with me while I figure this out. Let's get into the books. So first off, we went to a mini vacation weekend getaway to Kristiansand, and we got some books. We went to Outland, as we always do, and it's become somewhat of a tradition that Michael buys me a beautiful book when we're there. So this time around, when we went to Outland, he picked out this one for me. It is classic works from women writers in this beautiful edition that has gold edges, and it's just really, really pretty. Beautiful book. I can't wait to dive into this and get to know a lot of these female authors. There's a lot of names here that I don't really know anything about, so that's super exciting. Can't wait. And thank you, Michael. I love you. While we were there, I picked up two other books as well. One that I don't know really anything about except for what I've read on the back. The other one is the third book in a series I'm really excited to get to. So let's start off with the last that I mentioned, and it is Hollowpox by Jessica Townsend. I read the two first books in the Nevermore series and I absolutely fell in love with them. I just flew through them. They're so magical and funny, and I just can't wait to dive into this world again and see what happens next. And the book that I found that I know very little about, I was just drawn to the cover, to be honest. It is this one, Plain Bad Heroines. It's a chunker. It's illustrated. I didn't know that. 615 pages. So it's about Brooklands School for Girls in 1902. Students Phil and Clara are madly in love with each other, as well as completely obsessed with the story of Mary McLean, the scandalous debut memoir of 19-year-old McLean. A few months later, they are found dead in the woods after a horrific wasp attack, the book lying next to their intertwined bodies. Within 5 years, the school is closed, but not before 3 more people die on the property, each in a troubling way. Over 100 years later, Brooklands opened its door once more when a crew of young actresses arrived to film a high-profile movie about the rumored Brooklands curse. And as past and present become grimly entangled, it's soon impossible to tell quite where the curse leaves off and Hollywood begins. It just sounds really dark and right up my alley. I can't wait to get to this. So my battery died, but let's continue on. So I got 2 more books in another bookstore while we were in Kristiansand. The 2 books that I got were Circe by Madeline Miller. I don't know much about this except that it is about a witch. Strangely, I haven't picked up on more details around it other than everyone loving it. So that's why I've been curious. I think I'm gonna go into it quite blindly and just see where it takes me. Next we have Never Let Me Go by Kasu Ishiguro. I read Clara and the Sun a short while ago, my first Ishiguro book. I didn't love the story, but I did love the writing, so I thought I would give another one of his books a go. I have no idea what this is about, but I'm curious to see if I like this one more. Now, I did go on a little bit of a shopping spree when it came to books. Right now, I don't have a full-time job. I'm studying and working creatively, so splurging on books is not a priority right now, but Michael had a gift card that he got from work a while back, and I had to go to a bookstore to pick up a paddling pool for Noel. Strangely enough, they sell that there, and he was like, well, if you find some books you like, get them as well. Don't mind if I do. So I picked up 6. The first one is a Stephen King book. Haha, surprise, surprise. And that is Rita, Hayworth, and Shawshank Redemption. Now I have a confession to make. I have not read this novella. and I have not watched Shawshank Redemption. I know, please be nice in the comments. I know it's like a must-see movie and I definitely need to get around to it. But as it is with so many other movies, I really want to read the story first. So I finally got one. I think this one usually is in other short story or novella collections, and that's why I haven't gotten around to it. But I found this sweet little book with only that novella in it. So I'm finally going to get around to this, and I'm going to watch the movie as well. I promise. I also got Lullaby and Adelaide by Leila Slimani. I have not read anything by Slimani before, but I've heard great things about Lullaby. It is a thriller about a couple who has a baby and then hires a nanny. Don't know much more about it than that. But it says the baby's dead. It took only a few seconds. I'm not sure if it's the smartest choice to read this while I'm having a baby at home. But at least I don't have a nanny, so I'll probably get around to it soon. It's quite short. That's what kind of drew me to it, because I saw it going around on BookTok a good while back and I was intrigued by it but never got around to pick it up. But now I have it and I look forward to reading it. The other one was Adéle. This one. It says, Adele has a seemingly inviolable life. She is a respected journalist living in a flawless Paris apartment with her surgeon husband and their young son. But beneath the veneer of having it all, Adele is bored. See, I keep switching between Adele and Adele. She begins to orchestrate her life around one-night stands and extramarital affairs, arriving late to work and lying to her husband about where she's been, until her compulsions threaten to consume her altogether. Sounds very interesting. I'm very intrigued and I look forward to reading this one as well. The next one is The Chain by Adrian McKinty. The back says, your phone rings, a stranger has kidnapped your child. To free them, you must abduct someone else's child. Your child will be released when your victim's parents kidnap another child. If any of these things don't happen, your child will be killed. Victim, survivor, abductor, criminal, you will become each one. You are now part of the chain. It sounds super creepy and I'm very, very excited to read it. The next one is Super Sad True Love Story by Gary Shteyngart. This is not what it sounds like. When I saw this cover, I was like, nah, I don't know. I don't want to read a super sad true love story. But then I read the back and it sounds weird. In a very near future, a functionally illiterate America is about to collapse, but no one's told Lenny Abramov. He's still turning up to work at Post-Human Services, attempting to provide immortality for its super-rich clientele. He's also wooing the impossibly cute Eunice Park, just graduated with a major in images and a minor in assertiveness. When riots break out in New York and Chinese creditors look ready to foreclose on the whole country, Lenny must convince his fickle new love that in a time without standards or stability, there is still value in being a real human being. I mean, it sounds very different and very interesting. And I did a little bit of a poll on Instagram if I was going to read this one or the last book that I'm going to show you, but those of you who voted, you chose the other book, so I'll have to get to this one another time soon. So the last book, the one that I'm currently reading, is Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. So I just started reading this. It's about a couple who goes on vacation and the woman in the relationship just goes missing. Then 10 or 12 years later, he get a phone call where someone says that they've observed her somewhere in plain sight, and then objects that I don't know for sure if they are actually her objects or if it's just objects that kind of reminds him of the relationship. They keep popping up now that he's about to get married to his new girlfriend. Like, I'm only 14 pages in, so I can't really say much yet, but I'm intrigued by the premise and I'll tell you what I think of it in my wrap-up. So there you have it. Those are the books that I've acquired over the summer so far. Let me know if you've read any of these and tell me what you thought of them, or if there's any of these you would like to buddy read with me. I haven't done a buddy read in a really long time and I would love to do one. So let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in another video soon. Goodbye!